on a second. Wait a second. Oh, I love me some fake dirt. Ugh. I rebuke. Splash the holy water. And like that just sounds top tier. Hey book besties, the new year is approaching, which means there's gonna be a bunch of new releases and I'm about to put you on some of them. These are my anticipated releases. When I had a look at the books, a lot of them were by Black authors, so I just kind of ran with it. And now I've got 26 books releases that are coming out in 2026 with our Black author. I don't know how to title it right now, but whatever the title says down there, that's what this video is about. Don't know much about these books, but we're gonna have a little read of the blurb and see what they're saying. So hopefully you guys are comfy, you got tea, it's gonna be a chatty one. So let me stop yapping and let's just get into it. We got 4 releases coming out in January. Oh, I didn't even say that right. We got 4 releases coming out in January. The first book we got is called Second Chance. It comes out on the 15th of January and it actually stars 3 authors. Oh wait, you get 3 books in one with this one, so you're getting 3 for the price of 1. That sounds like a good deal to me. It includes 3 titles, perfect for fans of enemies to lovers, forced proximity, and workplace romance. Now, the way I found this one is because of the Nima Simone. I know she wrote Church Girl. I haven't read it. That's gonna be a common theme in here. A lot of the authors, I haven't read their previous books, but they are on my TBR, so I'm gonna get to them eventually. Her first book is called Back in the Texan Bed. It follows an oil hair, so it's a guy with a bunch of money, and he finds out he has a secret son, and he refused to let Charlotte slip away. But he doesn't realize Charlotte's hiding the truth about something. The second book is called Craving Her Ex-Army Doc by Amy Rutan. But yeah, it follows ex-Army Doc Luke, who is basically like a lone wolf until he meets the beautiful Dr. Sarah, who hasn't got time for Luke until an avalanche traps them together and shared body heat is the only way for them to survive. That sounds like a spicy one. Then we have Mr. Dangerously Sexy by Stephanie London. I've never read a Stephanie London book. I was about to get excited when I seen the word stalker. However, we're not rooting for the stalker in this book. She's hiding her stalker from her business partner Logan, knowing that the hyper-protective sexy security expert will try to take control of the situation. She wants to keep her independence. She doesn't want to tell him so he can run and save her. But she said what's even more risky than letting him know about her stalker is giving in to him. The next 3 books actually come out on the 27th of January. The first one is called The Last First Kiss by Julian Winters. I've never read a Julian Winters book, but when I was having a look at it, I seen he has got quite a long backlog. So, you know, if I enjoy this, I might have to go check the rest of them. I haven't read an MM relationship. I was gonna say ever, but I did when I was reading that ice hockey series called Pucking Around. That wasn't really just only MM, that was like White Shoes. But I haven't read just MM by itself, so I kind of feel like I'm feeling a MM relationship. There is the rivalry one that everyone keeps talking about. I've got that on my Kindle now. I think I'm gonna start it eventually, but I'm still trying to get through my 10 before the end. This one, oh, this one's got a little blurb thing by Ali Hazelwood. So this one's good for the girlies that love an Ali Hazelwood book, which is basically everybody. Let's be real, I don't know who doesn't like Ali Hazelwood. Sparks fly in the Second Chance MM rom-com when an unlucky in love event planner realizes the man of honor at the high-profile wedding he is planning is the same man who broke his heart. This is a second chance romance. It's gonna be a lot of like forced proximity. I don't really want to know anything else other than that. All right, so the next one we got is by Denise Williams, and this is called The Redo List. I've already read one of her books. It was Technically Yours. What would you do with a second chance at your first time? How is that even possible? Following a bad breakup, Willow Lewis tackles a redo list with her brother's best friend. Yeah, I love a brother's best friend. There's something about that just sounds like basically she's created so many memories with this guy and she's had a bad break with him, so she decides she's going to redo a lot of those memories and she takes her brother's best friend to do it. It's friends to lovers, brother's best friend, so he's going to help her out. The cover looks really cute as well. It looks like it's going to be a good read. The next release, which I've just realized now after doing a little googling, it's not a new release, it's just a cover update, but it doesn't matter. It's a new cover, so it's like a new book if you haven't read it already. Oh my eyes. This one's called Love You a Little Bit by Keisha Thompson. She's built her whole life on the road and in the spotlight, but she discovers her boyfriend has been cheating. Her world is turned upside down. After that, she's craving peace and clarity, so she decides to return back to her hometown, and I think that's where she meets his name Edison Birch. He spent his entire life in his hometown, and honestly he's always felt like love wasn't really for him until the girl he had basically been obsessed with all through school has returned back home, aka Frances. Can we friends to lovers then, I guess? Or were they friends, or was he just obsessing about her secretly behind closed doors? Maybe they were never friends and he just was too scared to speak to her. I don't know. I'm creating my own story in my own head now. Anyway, on to the next. Now we've entered February, the month of love and hearts and Valentine's Day, and the first book we have is Skate It Till You Make It. This is a hockey romance. I've never read a black hockey romance ever, but then I've never seen a black person play hockey either, so that's interesting. Is there any black hockey players? Oh my goodness. I feel like it's just too cold. The ice is just too cold for us. But let me not say that because there's probably somebody trying to get into it that's having a hard time. So I have faith in whoever that is. Anyway, I forgot to tell you who it's by and I'm worried I'm going to butcher it. Rufaro Faith Mazarura. I feel like it's always worth trying to pronounce an author's name because I feel like it sticks better in the other person's brain. Oh, you can win a free printed copy of this book. Let me get to that right now. Sorry guys. Why do I feel like I know this is just going to be like a USA thing? See, that offer is gone. Oh, I didn't tell you what this book's about. This book also comes out on the 3rd of February. Weather might be icy, but the tensions is red hot. Fake dating. Oh, I love me some fake dating. Author of Let the Games Begin. What book's that again? I haven't, this is what I'm saying, I haven't read any of these backlogs. I guarantee. Let the games begin. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. I almost bought this on Worlds of Books. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I gotta confess. As much as I said I want to use the library, I really miss buying books. I hate returning them. Christmas is around the corner. I just get everyone else to buy them for me. This is sounding juicy, in my opinion. Yeah. This one follows a girl named Ari who's playing in the hockey team. And then we also have Drew, who basically, he has always feared taking risk, but after overcoming a family secret, breaking up with his ex-girlfriend and dropping out of graduate school, he's desperate for a fresh start. While that's going on, they bump into each other, but they share their red flags and realize, okay, you know what, this could never work. And then they meet again 2 months later, and they decide that fake dating is probably the good solution here to like solve their problems. We got another one that comes on the same date. Why does everyone release their books around the same date? This one's by Lira Tamane, and it's called This Ain't Our First Rodeo. And let me tell you right now, I am so excited for this because I haven't read a black cowboy romance ever. And like, that just sounds top tier. The only thing, oh no, this book is a YA. I mean, that's fine, but when I think about cowboy romance, I think about the gooders, okay? I think about filth. I think it'll still be cute, so we'll see how this one goes. When life lassos Josie and Sean back together 3 years after their dreamy first date, their second chance at love is anything but easy. There's a lot of second chances, Nick. Josie comes from a very wealthy restaurant family, but her dreams is to be like in the rodeo life, so she has a little horse. Her horse is named Strawberry. She also wants to save her grandparents' ranch. And then we have, what's his name, Sean. He's a rising bull rider, and he's struggling underneath like the whole pressure of his grandfather, who was like a champion. Them two have like this date like 3 years ago that went off, and then they rekindle again. I think they got family beef or something. I don't know all the bits and bobs. It's sounding good to me. Now let's move on to March. I can't believe we've only just completed February. I feel like I've been talking forever. I mean, hopefully I've chopped a lot of it out for you guys. In March, and the first book that's actually dropping is called A Girl Like Her by Talia Hilbert. I was gonna say I love Talia Hilbert. I haven't read a single book by her, but I feel like she's going to be one of my favorite authors just because I enjoy rom-com, and all I've heard is that she makes really silly, fun books. And that's a bit of me. I want to get to her book so bad. Oh no, we've been tricked again. This is not a new book. This is just a new cover. She's really not dropping anything new. I feel like she's got so many books. Oh, I feel like I found some tea. I got tea. Okay, I feel like I found some tea, girls. Okay, it says that she might be dropping a new fantasy called The Last Fawn, July 2026. Sorry, Talia Hilbert fantasy. After I haven't read a single book, I don't know if I can be that excited, but I feel really excited about it because I feel like I trust everyone who reads books that I enjoy loves Talia Hilbert, so I just feel like that's obviously gonna hit. About a girl like her, Ruth is okay with being an outcast, and then it also talks about that she's got autism, she's a comic book nerd, and there's been a scandal that has like hit her small town that nobody seems to let go, and she's okay with that. She's like, fine, I'll stay over here. But then there's an ex-military man named Evan. He's gorgeous, confident, and Ruth's new neighbor. Okay, forced proximity. Unlike everyone else, he doesn't seem to mind her crotchety ways or cooking disasters. In fact, if Ruth didn't know any better, she might think Evan likes her. That's all I need to know, to be honest. So next release, this one comes out on the 10th of March. It's by Mia Sosa. This is called The Starter X. Hold on a second. Wait a second. It says, for a reasonable fee, she'll date your latest crush and make him feel miserable. Too clingy? Check. Jealous? Check. A mother's worst nightmare? Check, check, check. By the time Vanessa was done with him, your guy would be ready for you. That's a little bit crazy, isn't it? You're just like forcing your man to want to settle down. I mean, and over your man, it's just your crush. You're like, oh my God, I want him, but I don't think he's ready to settle down. Vanessa, please help me. Go ruin his life so you can see me as the angel. That's crazy. Then we got Jason, the male MMM. The main MMN. I just added letters in there. I don't care anymore. He's a certified commitment phobe. Jason doesn't plan on getting married anytime soon, if ever. What he needs is a temporary girlfriend, a totally inappropriate girlfriend, someone his mother will hate. So she'll abandon her hopes of getting Jason to the altar. Enter Lisa, Vanessa's younger sister. She's got her eye on Jason and convinces Vanessa to come out of the... Oh no! No. I say hate lightly. I enjoy them in books. But I hate when two sisters beef about a man because you know what's going to happen. Sure, don't ask your sister to help you with your man. Firstly, I can ask my sister. We have a very good relationship. This is what everyone in the books thinks. No, but seriously, me and my sister get icked out. Like if a guy looks at her and like any bit of twinkle or interest in her, then tries to come over here, ugh, I rebuke. Splash the holy water because I rebuke it. It's the biggest ick ever. Don't look at me after you just looked at my sister for 2 seconds. Yuck. And that's before you even done anything. If you actually preferred one of the siblings over the other one, you better pick it correctly, because it's done as soon as you make eye contact with the other one. So I feel like this is really annoying. So this is obviously going to be like some problem where she's going to ask her sister, hey, ruin this guy's life so he can finally want to settle down with me. Obviously, Vanessa and Jason are obviously going to get together. Let's be real, because why would this story be a thing? Which is horrific. Vanessa cannot ditch Jason no matter how hard she tries, and the longer these two are around each other, the more neither of them want to be apart. Oh no, oh no, no, no. Oh no, 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 no. This one sounds very good. I'm going to read that. I will be reading that. Okay, and then we have the next one, which is actually by Nevessa Allen. This is not a black author. However, it's still been on my list. I don't know why, because I still haven't read Caught Up, but it is one of my anticipated reads. I know I've titled this probably like black authors, but I'm also throwing my anticipated reads in here too. It's called Game On. This is part of the Into Darkness series. I said to you guys, for my 10 before the end, I wanted to read Caught Up. I couldn't tell you anything about this book anyway because it's the third in the series. I don't know if it's gonna have spoilers, and I don't want to find them out either. So yeah, on to the next one, which we move into April now. Bridge Back to You by Rhys M. Nelson. I don't know anything about this one either, so let's go have a little Google search about Former Flames. Former Flames, there's so many like second chances on this list. Exes discover they both inherit the same restaurant they love in a sparkling, emotional new novel. Firstly, how the hell does that even happen? You guys like secret siblings or something? Like, what's going on?
A few moments later.
This actually sounds good. This sounds like a really good... This is... okay, damn, I can't get sentence out. So basically, A Bridge Back to You is written by Rhys Nelson. She also wrote A Love Like the Sun. I have not read it. I've heard everything about it. I've heard that it's such a beautiful story. This story already sounds juicy from the blurb itself. So let me explain what it says. So basically you have Olivia, who owes all her excellence in cooking to this one little place called Celia's Place. It's a restaurant. She learned how to cook there. It's also where she had her first ever love, and it was for the owner's son, and his name was Carmelo. Obviously at 19, she's got big dreams. She wants to chase her dreams. So she decides she's going to leave Celia's Place. Carmelo's like, he doesn't want to leave his mother's restaurant. He loves this place, but he also can't convince her to stay. 10 years later, she's this big, huge, successful chef. She travels the world. She's never really set in one place. She's always bouncing around. Then Carmelo learns that his mother's left shares in this beautiful restaurant that he loves to both of them. He's like, that's fine, I'll just buy her shares off her, you know, no mess, no fuss, until she shows up at the door and she's like ready to help in the restaurant. And he's like, okay, no. He tries to give her a hard time to push her out, and like she doesn't want to go because she's like, I finally have a chance to stay in one place. Like, I have been bouncing around for the longest. She's not trying to go anywhere. It sounds so good. This one is on the list. Now on to the next one, because I can waffle for days. First fantasy that I have on here, and it's called To Steal a Throne. This is by Gabby Berner. She wrote Sing Me to Sleep. I haven't read it yet, but it's on my TBR. It's a YA romantasy, and it's perfect for fans of Divine Rivals. I just read that, so that is me. That is me. A girl who has always served others decides to take power for herself. Her magic feeds on lies. His magic could destroy her. Why are these boys always trying to destroy us, man? What's the problem here? Moira helped her brother get into power by manipulating people in the court. So she uses her powers, which is the ability to, this is what it says, lie-powered magic. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. But basically, she collects secrets from the members of the court and she uses them to blackmail them so that her brother can stay in power. But then someone named Karen Vale basically shows up and challenges her brother's leadership. Them two have to duel, see who's gonna be in power. But she kind of realizes, bro, both of these boys are ass, and this is who's gonna have to run my court. She's done hiding in the shower and hiding in the shower. She's done hiding in the shadows and wants power of her own. The fiercer the competition gets, the more Mira realizes that the one boy who could destroy everything is the one boy she might not be able to resist. Oh my days! Get your head in the game! Gotta get your like, please stop it. Focus, queen.
You must reign upon them all to steal a throne.
Sorry, that was a bit weird. But on to the next, The Art of Loving You. This is the second book in the Forever Falling series. The first book was only for the week. I still can't believe I haven't read that. This summer, I promise you, it's going to be read. It's by Natasha Bishop. I've read one of her books, enjoyed her writing, so I already know it's going to be one that I'm going to love anyway. It comes out on the 14th of April. An intimate bucket list, road trip, sexy banter, and sweet and spicy second chance romance. We've got another second chance romance. Do we have a tally on screen? What number are we at now? Anyway, it says, if you're reading this, I'm dead. Ooh. Danny Jenkins is a model turned influencer. She doesn't have time for taking risks on a romance. She prefers to keep things casual. When the mentor Anya dies, she's brought face to face with the man who broke her heart. Artist Mika is a protector. We love a protector, okay? Who loves fiercely. He's known as a man everyone can count on, but he's never forgiven himself for letting down the one woman he loves. With Talia's dying wish forcing Danny and Mika back together to complete a scavenger hunt road trip, Mika sees a second chance for them to get things right. I love a man that grovels in a book, okay? I love a groveling man in a book. This is gonna be good because he's gonna be trying to make up for what he did, and it's gonna eat. Okay, I don't need to know anymore. We got the last release, which also drops on the same day, April the 14th. It's called Don't Tell Me How It Ends, and this is by Adriana Turnerman. It says Kaya Harper may not have a plan for her life, but she knows what she won't be doing: falling in love with someone's dusty son. Tell him again. She'd rather spend her summer after college having disappointing one-night stands and watching crime show reruns. At least she won't be caught off guard since she already knows how those stories end. Oh, she sounds like a lot of people I know, aka me, but I don't really watch crime runs because they creep me out. I'm more of like a rewatch of like Friends or Big Bang or something like that. Very unscary, don't need to see the screen to know what's happening type shows. And her sister, who is heavily pregnant, newly single, has called her like, hey, I need your help. I have this business. I think it's a matchmaking business. I need you to be my little test dummy. And she's like, you know what? Why not? I don't know what I'm doing with my life, so I will distract myself by having my sister out and going on a few dates. And that's when she buck ups into, what's this guy's name? Ro Jackson. He finds Kaya stalled on the side of the road and he isn't put off by her attitude. It's actually what he needs. You know what it's making me think of? It's making me think of Reckless, like literally when they had the little car incident and she had bare attitude for him and he was like, oh, okay, I like this still. That's my favorite book in the series. Yes, Reckless is my favorite book in Chestnut Springs. Anyway, that's that one. We're not gonna spend too much time because oh my goodness, we're only in April. How long have I been recording? And we're only in April. We've only done 4 months. That's all the books that I've got for the month of April. Then we hit May. I'm gonna try reel through these a little faster because I'm spending too much time chatting about them. We have Misconnection by Tia Williams, another author who we have not read. I have 7 Days of June on my shelf. It's getting read in June. I said that to you guys already. This one actually sounds really good. I don't want to butcher it, so let me find it again. So we have Sasha, who is a Books and Busy casting agent. She is so good at her job. However, what she doesn't do is relationships because she hasn't got time for them. And men find her intimidating because she's all super successful and whatever. One day she's seated next to a mysterious, brooding Italian man on a plane and sparks fly. However, they unfortunately miss the chance to exchange details. So she's very worried that she's lost out on her soulmate and decides, okay, I need to find the guy in CF. That's my possible husband. So it says Sasha enlists her work friends to help her search. But when she accidentally emails the entire global company, colleagues around the world begin looking for CF2. Sasha takes matters into her own hands, hiring a smoldering detective who complicates matters in an unforeseen way. Ooh, tell me that don't sound good. When I read that, I said, yeah, Tia Williams, you don't miss, dude. You don't miss. On to the next. We got Honey. This is the first thriller/horror that I have on here by Imani Thompson. It comes out on the 5th of May. This is a wickedly funny adrenaline rush of a novel about a graduate student who murders bad men and justifying it in the name of feminism. It's her first drop. I think this is a debut. Her best friend Nina, who basically is having an affair with her professor and he steals all her work. If you're sleeping with a man that's willing to cheat on his wife, he's probably a bad guy. So why would you be surprised that he stole all your research? Come on, get your head in the game. Yurisa bumps into the professor. He dies from a bee allergy in front of her and it awakens her taste for murder. Cover looks amazing. That's all I can say about that one. On to the next. Also say is another one that is on top of my list. We have the second book in the Hollywood Renaissance and it's Score. And this follows Monk and Verity. Them two, second chance romance. I just read Real. You learn about them in the first book. He is a musician. I forgot the guy's name of the book now. He works with him when creating the movie and he's like, oh, I got a good writer that we can holler. Verity, she's a great writer and he's like, are you sure you want her to work in on this with us? Because I know you guys had a thing. He's like, now we're fine. But then there's a little moment where he has an outburst. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's a spoiler because it's very minute in the book. The book is not about them two. That's just like how you hear about them. Very excited for that too. Them two, second chance romance. So I'm looking forward to it. We have another fantasy. Yay! This is called Devil of the Deep and it's written by Valencia Jean Francosio. Let's go find out what this book's about because girl, it says LGBT queer. The first little line says, Lou watched the love of his life walk the plank and sink into the inky black depths of the sea. Narnia was dead, or so he thought. I 5 years later, Lieutenant Lou embarks on a mission to hunt down a powerful talisman now in the hands of a runaway mermaid. On his quest, he discovers that Nina is still alive, fierce and cunning, breathtaking as ever. Bloody sword fights as pirates competition. Come to reject the system. Okay, all right. Honestly, I feel like this is one where I have to read and give you guys a good synopsis, because that one I don't really, I'm still confused. I'm not quite sure what that book's about, but it was one that drew me in by the cover. Anyway, on to a book that I am genuinely excited about, which don't ask me why, because I still haven't read the first book of the series. We have Big Girl Blitz by Dani Allen. Now, I haven't read a single one of her books, but is another author that is up there. She has the Curve series. This is the third book in the Curve series. First one is Curvy Girl Summer. Next one is Plus Size Player. And then we have Big Girl Blitz. It follows a girl who basically gets picked on in her hometown for being a bigger size. Yeah, basically it says, because life is too short and mean girls are. She fled her hometown basically because there was a bunch of fat phobes that were being horrible to her. Dating obviously is the last thing on her mind until Lamar sits next to her at a local sports bar. He's sexy, he's fun, he's refreshing and drama free. With him she can pretend everything is alright. So it's giving me a little bit insecure, which I don't always enjoy reading insecure books, but it might be a beautiful love story at the same time. Then we finish May. We have 4 books coming out in June. First one is The Summer Girlfriend by Christina Forrest. Still haven't read a Christina Forrest book. I have The Neighbor Favorite on my shelf. We have Noelle, who is super busy. She's a student. She's trying to pay off her student loan at the same time as studying. She hasn't got time for love. We haven't got time for the distractions of the male species. She's working to try to pay for her student fees, and then she gets fired. Now she has no money. Her main gig is serving as a stand-in bridesmaid. I didn't know that was a thing, but it doesn't pay enough for her upcoming semester tuition fee. And then we have Jeremiah, who is the grandson of a super successful bakery family. They keep asking him to come to this summer, what is it? The summer house at Heart Beach, basically. And he's like, sorry, can't do that. I'm busy. I have a girlfriend over here. And they're like, okay, well, bring your girlfriend. So now he's like, oh, damn. He meets Noella. I don't know where they meet, but they meet and then they come to the agreement that she's gonna be his fake girlfriend. So we got fake dating. So that's that one. And then we have another one called Jump First, which comes out on the 30th of June by Maya Ariel. I probably said that wrong, but Better Than the Movies meets Beach Read, 2 books I have not read, in this young adult rom-com about a girl whose heartbreak pact with her crush's brother turns into something she never expected. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm a bit too lazy to read this one and figure out what it's about, so I might just put it on the screen for you guys. I'm back. Probably didn't know I went anywhere, but I had to take a little break. Got me a fresh cup of tea and a biscuit. Let me tell you, my energy is back up. While I was around there, I was reading this. It actually sounds super cute and it makes complete sense. So I think I was really just getting tired. So good luck to all the past ones I just did. But yeah, basically the main female's name is Andy, and she spends her summer at a lake house after her parents got divorced, and she's kind of happy to do it because she's gonna get close to Patrick, who she's always had a crush on. And then we also have Patrick's brother. His name's Tommy. He's expecting this perfect summer with his girlfriend at the lake house. Unfortunately, she dumped him, so he's heartbroken. And then Patrick, who's Andy's crush, turns up with a girlfriend, which leaves basically Andy and Tommy both heartbroken. He's lost his girlfriend. Her crush has a girlfriend already. So yeah, so they're both sad and they bond over their shared heartbreak and decide to make a heartbreak pact. So while this is happening, Tommy and Andy actually grow really close together. That summer turns out in an unexpected way, and this is a YA. I think it's gonna be so sweet. This is definitely on my list. I'm so happy I got my energy up because I would have skipped over that just a second ago. It's called You Jump First. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. Following that, there's another book coming out the same date, June the 30th, and this is called Madly Driven. This is by Tai. Cover looks great to me. It looks like Formula One romance, so it had my attention straight away. Okay, this one does give me Ride With Me vibes by Simone Salatine. That one was a 5-star for me, so I have no problem if there's some resemblance to it. Follows Kenzie, who is like an influencer that talks about like self-control, you know, after a breakup and healing and not dealing with toxic men. She's written a book about it, like she's a bestseller about it, She has a whole reputation basically, and she clashes with Cannon, who is a race car driver. His career is like on the rising right now, and anything negative can like affect his whole career basically. Even though they dislike each other, something happens and it's recorded, there's footage, it's about to get leaked or it has been leaked, and it kind of forces them into a fake dating relationship as a way to protect both of their careers, because obviously she can't have this roaming the streets when she's been giving girls advice, and he can't have this out there because his company or the racing team don't want the negative press and will drop him. Who knows what's in this video, but it is sounding a little bit similar to Ride With Me, but forced proximity connects with like this immense chemistry that they have. Blur the lines, so obviously they have to choose between preserving their image or whether or not they're gonna risk it for these feelings they might be having. Are they having feelings? What's going on? It's all weird. Ooh, fake dating. Love it. Add that to my bill. Thank you very much. Let me move into July. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books left now. July, we have Die For Me. She's the author of On Rotation. Has anyone read that? I feel like I'm going to add it to my TBR as well. Oh, she also wrote Between Lovers and Friends. I've heard a lot about that book too. somebody just buy me all these books. If I put my Christmas list up, would you guys buy me this? I'm just Oh yeah, it's coming back to me. This one's coming back to me. I remember reading this thinking, I don't know how I feel, because if I haven't been like reading a lot of age gap romances, when I jump back into them, they throw me off. I'm like, whoa. But then again, how can I read Agatha where the girl is like 21 and the guy's like 500 something years old and then be okay with it? But I want to be weird when it's the other way around and it's the woman that's older. We've got Sean. She's a driven cardiologist focused on her career. She meets Julian, a brooding man 11 years younger than her age, who pursues her despite her doubts. She has spent her early 30s healing. So she's in her early 30s. She's probably like late 30s would be like 36. He's 11 years younger, which kind of makes him like 25. So he's like 25, she's like 36. And he has got this old soul energy about him. He's very mature, he's very wise, and she's finding that she's got a pull towards him. What? Sean notices Julian seems impossibly old and not fully human. Strange symptoms in Sean begin to trace back to Julian, blurring desire with fear. I'm confused about this whole book, but I'm just gonna keep it moving. Breakup for Two is the next one that's on the list. That comes out July the 28th by E.M. Wilson. From my knowledge, I read about this. I don't even want to read the blurb. I just want to butcher it for you guys. So basically, what I believe is there's two couples. They've gone to this amazing fancy restaurant in New York. One couple, the guy is about to propose. He's in love with her. And then she turns around and says, yeah, I don't want to be with you, bro. I just know. They break up in the restaurant. Messy, it's loud. Then you have another couple on the other end of the restaurant who has just found out her man is cheating and has been cheating this whole time. I think it's them that actually has the messy breakup that's really loud in the restaurant. Anyway, this is a fancy, beautiful restaurant. Two couples have beefed. Both their partners have left. And then these two decide to get drunk at the bar together and basically cry to each other, like, you know, say, he's cheating on me, she broke up with me. Box fly. I don't know anything else other than that, and I don't want to. And that's called Breakup for Two, because they're in the restaurant. And in August, we actually have 3 books. 2 of them are fantasy. The first one is called Death Card. All I know is the cover was looking juicy, so I decided to pick this one up. From my knowledge, I'm going to risk telling you guys this incorrectly off the bat. But we have a girl who is a tarot card reader, and she has a witch friend, and they are both right now at work. They're doing tarot readings, and they pull a card that basically says that she will be killed by the end of the full moon. Oh yeah, that's all it says. Literally, the blurb is so tiny. It says YA witches, queer, young adult fantasy. Basically, have a Kimberly Lemming book. Literally, her titles get me every time. This one is called I Punched an Alien and Now We're in Couples Therapy. Like, I don't need to tell you anything else other than that. That is all the book is about, and that is all we need to know. I just read them when I need a little palate cleanser. They're very spicy, they're very silly, they're a little bit funny. They're just easy little reads. They're very short. This is actually part of the Cosmic Chaos series. So the one that I'm currently reading is Med Mishap or something like that. I don't know. It's the second book in this series. So, and then we have another one which I'm so excited about. I'm sorry guys, I don't want to shout, but I feel like I want to scream. Simone Solitani, and this is Crash Into You, the 3rd book in the Lights Out series. I told you guys I love this series so much. Oh my god, I love Formula One romances. I love the characters in her books. I love her writing style. Like, it generally brings me happiness every time I pick up one of her books. I crossed the line, I rated 4 stars, and Ride With Me was 5 stars, and it just made me happy. I give certain books 5 stars in it, and I'm like, sometimes I have to think, am I doing too much with these types of books? But I'm like, no. When I tell you the joy I feel when I read these books, like, they make me happy, and I love a little bit of Formula One blended in my books. Please, if you're giving out arcs, I don't even know how to go about getting one. Like, I want one. One of the books I can say for certain I'll probably buy as soon as it drops. I don't really buy new releases because, like, I have so much books I can read that are on the backlog that's affordable, so I tend to buy those first. But this is one where I feel like I don't even care. I just want it on my shelf. It follows a 7-time world champion driver as he falls into a forbidden relationship with the daughter of the rival team's principal, and the surprise that pulls their relationship into the fast lane. And that's all she's written. That's all I need to know. I don't remember all the characters' names. I feel like these are books that I'll probably reread at some point when I need like comfort. Anyway, that is all the books that I'm excited for 2026. So yeah, I hope you girlies had your pens out and you writ down everything, because go to your library, request these books be bought or purchased, request to be at the top of the list if they already are. I'm excited for a lot of these books, and shout out to all our Black queens and Black kings who have been writing. If I've missed anybody off that you're excited about and you know has a new book releasing in 2026, comment down below, because everybody loves a good plug. I want a plug too, and I want to know who I possibly missed out on. Thanks so much for watching, girlies. I hope you found this useful. I'll see you in the next one. Oh, the next video that should be out is my 26 books or the 12 books that I want to read in 2026. You guys want to watch that, and stick around, subscribe, or hopefully it's on screen and you can click it right now.